Damn, did this dryer just cut off on me? It's a little hot here, so apparently it did cut off on me. And I was almost done too. Dang. So I showed y'all in the previous video that I purchased the Revair, or Revair, however you choose to say it, Reverse Hair Dryer. Now I've had it for over a year and I've actually never used it because this entire time that I've been natural, almost 10 years, I've actually never blown out my hair or straightened it while at home. I've had it done a few times in the salon, but really nothing since COVID. So I decided to break this out and I'm going to show you guys how it worked for me. Now I started out initially using it on the number 2 tension as well as the number 2 setting on the wand. So once I finished drying that first section, it didn't come out, I'm not going to say super straight because I wasn't looking for super straight, but it didn't come out as straight as I thought it would. So I decided to dry this section again and this time ramp up the tension just a little bit. So instead of having it on 2, I decided to take it up to a level 4 and see how that would look. Now here I'm just checking out my length, and I also know that I have some super roughed ends. As you can see there, it's been a while since I had a cut. So that's another thing that I also plan to do once I get everything dried and straightened. I think the 4 tension did a lot better than using it at the 2, although the instructions does, of course, suggest starting lower and then building your way higher. So I think the 4 did better on that section, so I'm just going to try it on this second section by itself and see how the results turn out. Now, one thing no one ever warned me about, despite the videos and the tutorials I may have seen, is that if you get this too close to the previous section, just watch. Yep, it'll suck up that hair of the previous section. That happening never even crossed my mind. So I just decided to just go with it and let both sections stay in and dry. Was no point in me starting over and fighting with it. But of course, since that first section sucked in, it made it, of course, a lot thicker to dry. So I didn't feel like the second part dried as well as it could. So I decided to ramp it up one more and go to 5 and see how that does. My dry time for each section was 90 seconds. I did notice once I took it out on this one using the level 5, my hair was a lot straighter than it was on the first one. Of course, it's going to have more tension going from 2 to 5, but 5 became my sweet spot, so I used level 5 throughout my entire head. And again, I only did each section for 90 seconds. And this is how this half of my head looks once it is completely dry. Overall, I think it took me a little over 30 minutes to dry this first half. And considering how long my hair is, I think that's a pretty good time overall. And despite the machine cutting off on me at one point when I was almost done, this side did take me roughly 40 minutes to finish. Probably not even a full 40 minutes, but I think it was close to 40 minutes. I would say, once again, considering the length of my hair, being able to do this in roughly an hour and getting super great results, not having to worry about a chase method, not having to worry about two-hand method. Sometimes the wand did get a bit heavy. Sometimes the cord would get hot. But overall, I think this worked really great. I would definitely see myself using this again. Now the hardest part is going to be figuring out what style I'm going to do next on this hair, and also getting these ends clipped, because I definitely need a major cut. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in the next one.